Welcome to More Than Just a Yoga Teacher, a podcast for yoga teachers and wellness pros who want to build big businesses, make massive impact, and make the money in return that matches that. My name is Heather Petrosky, and I have built two six-figure yoga businesses, and I am here to show you how to do the same. This episode is about my very favorite topic, investing in yourself, spending money on you, spending money on your business. And I'm going to get really, really honest about money, how it works, what I've spent, what I've invested in myself, and why I would do every single bit of it all over again if I had to. If you are listening and you are thinking about working with a coach or joining a mastermind or investing in your business, and the price literally scares the shit out of you, then this episode is for you. I'm not going to tell you that investing in yourself is easy, especially not the first time. The first time it's really scary. What I am going to tell you is what it actually cost me, what I got, and why staying where you are is in the end going to cost you more. I signed up for my first mastermind group and coaching program the first 2 years that I was in business. And at the time, I absolutely 100% did not have any money to make a big investment in my business or in myself. I just didn't. I didn't have any extra cash. The studio was doing okay, but my bills were for the most part being paid. But it wasn't like I had an extra $6,000 floating around to be able to sign up for a mastermind program. So when I signed up, my bank account did not say that I was ready. At the time I was using Excel spreadsheets to do all my expenses and my P&L reports and stuff like that. There was no extra money. Nothing said, yes, you can do this. But I'll tell you what, my gut told me I needed it. My gut told me that I was ready. And that was the thing that made me say yes, because I knew that there were things that I needed to know and problems that I was experiencing because of my lack of business education that I knew that I would get from joining a group like this. I also loved that it was other yoga entrepreneurs and other yoga teachers. And I wanted to sort of see what other people were doing. And I wanted to be around people with experience and people that wanted to build things, other people that had yoga studios. And so when I finally decided to sign up, there was an insane amount of fear. I was like, what am I doing? Is this a crazy idea? And I spiraled into a fear spiral a little bit, if I'm being totally honest, because I didn't have the money just sitting around waiting for me to invest, but I made the decision anyway, and I did it, and I knew that I was going to figure the rest out. Because when I opened my first yoga business, when I opened that studio, I knew that I just had to hit go and I would figure it out along the way. I always use the phrase, we build the plane in the air, I think so many yoga teachers suffer because of I'm just going to call it what it is, perfectionism and thinking that you have to have it all figured out ahead of time. And I'll be honest, that's just not how most successful people do things. You do have to have a certain amount figured out, but there is a lot of figuring it out as you go. And so, I clicked buy, I went for it. So up until that point, when I had signed up, my business was making a few $1,000s a month. It was at that time, it was okay. And I thought that the idea of making $100,000 in my yoga business, or the idea of having regular 10K months, that was insane. I was like, that is insane. Who's doing that? That's crazy. And I just couldn't fathom it, but I knew that I wanted that. I knew that I wanted that. And when I got inside that room, there were people making 10K a weekend, more than that. The ceiling that I had in my head completely shattered the second I was around people who had already broken through that. And I learned an insane amount in that first mastermind that I was in. I learned about how to create pricing and offers and structure. I learned an insane amount of things. And the big things that I learned was about pricing, how to price my offers for transformation not for hours. I learned how to sell without feeling gross about it. And I started to work on my identity of shifting from yoga teacher to business owner, which is something that we all have to do if we're going down this path. And that was huge for me. But the other thing that was the massive difference was that I was around other women who were also building businesses and asking me how my business was going. What kind of revenue was I bringing in? How did my launch go? Like asking, not only that, but then people were asking me, like, how did you implement that so quickly? How did you make those sales? Like, it was a community and they held me accountable. And that changes how you show up. Like, that changes the whole game. But what was the huge difference was that at that time, like I was always just surrounded by other yoga teachers. Most of them worked for me. In fact, I had teachers that would talk shit about how I priced things behind my back, and I would have to find out about it. Very small minded people telling me things and talking about things that they had no business talking about or having an opinion on. And a lot of times I listened to that kind of stuff because, to be honest, I just didn't know any better. And so being in these kinds of rooms upped my game, right? It put me around other business owners. It put me around people with better, bigger ideas. It put me around people that were literally vibrating higher that also wanted to build incredible things. That changed everything for me. It helped me understand the difference between just being a yoga teacher that runs a yoga business and actually being a business owner and the CEO of the company that I was building. The power of proximity is insane. Being in a room with people that are going the same place you want to go or have already been where you want to go is the single fastest shortcut in your business, period. There is no hack faster than that. I recently just finished up a mastermind. It was a year-long, a paid ads mastermind, and I swear I had the smallest business out of anybody there. I never felt like I knew less than a lot of the people that were there, but man, because of that, I learned an insane amount so quickly. And on top of that, there are so many things that happen when you are part of coaching containers like this that literally change the trajectory of your life, who you are, and the way your business operates forever. Very seriously, one person told me that I needed to stop posting curated graphic things on my social media and I needed to pick up the camera and talk to my phone like I was talking to a friend. That single piece of advice, I chose to listen to it. It changed my entire business. My content exploded and my entire business shifted that month just from doing that thing. I was in the middle of selling yoga teacher trainings. And instead of just posting graphics like everybody else, I picked up the phone and I talked. And guess what? It worked. So the real question is, and ask yourself this, and this is what I always ask myself as well. It's not, can you afford it? Yeah, you probably can't. It's, can you afford not? It's, yeah, you might not be able to afford it when you see the price and your nervous system is immediately like, no. But how do you make it work? How do you figure it out? Because guess what? If you want to figure it out, you will. If we're being totally honest, people need to understand that funding is completely normal. Business owners take out funding to invest in their business growth every single day. Every day. It is not reckless, it is strategic. But so many people in the yoga industry think that it's like moral failure or it's not how you're supposed to do things. That is exactly how so many businesses operate. There's a million different ways. So for my company, we offer payment plans through third-party financing like Affirm and Klarna. All of these things help not only make things more accessible for business owners so they can grow and invest, but it also allows business owners to spread things out over time so that they can have more control over their cash flow. Super important. The cost of staying stuck is far larger than the cost of any coaching investment that you can make. I can promise you that. It is another year of weird side jobs that you hate, that takes away from your energy, your time, and you committing to actually focusing on building your business. It's another year of undercharging. It's another year of teaching 15 classes a week, being completely exhausted and burnout for $40 each an hour when it actually takes 2.5 hours. It's another year of resenting yourself and others for you not building the thing that you want to build when you're watching other people build it. It's another year of you getting burnt out on a thing that you absolutely used to love. These costs are real and you can't calculate this shit on a spreadsheet, right? I would rather make a scary, holy shit, uncomfortable move and be in a pinch for 6 months and then skyrocket after that than stay the same and probably broke and struggling for another 5 years. Like, that is how this actually works. When you can accept that getting coaching and support is the way to get where you're going faster, to experience those leaps that you want, to generate more revenue in your business faster. It's so simple. It's like, you have to spend money to make money. It's that old phrase. You will be amazed at what you're capable of. I have this private client right now. She owns a studio and she knew that she needed business support. She was like seeing me on TikTok, blah, blah, reached out, and she's a private client of mine. She came in ready. Like, she came in so hot. She knew these are my 3 pain points. This is what I want to work on over the 3 months. She literally was ready to go. We had one call and she paid in full. Because of her readiness, because she knew, we have already knocked out all of those original things that she came in with, because wealth loves speed, period. Like, the faster you can make decisions, the faster that you are going to grow. So many of you guys can't make decisions quickly and it makes you stay the same forever. It's so painful to watch. But because she was so ready, we not only were able to knock out those things, but now she is going to be able to scale faster than she even knew what was possible for her than when she signed up. When you come in with that kind of thinking, that kind of mindset, that kind of attitude, it is insane what you can accomplish. And the people that stay stuck are always the people who can't bring themselves to invest in themselves, who have that mindset of, it's too expensive, I can't afford it. But the people that break through, every single one of them, without fail, I promise you, made the scary financial decision to bet on themselves, because that's what you're doing when you invest in yourself. You are betting on yourself that you are worth investing in and that you will make it work and that you will 10x your growth to get to your dreams. This isn't theoretical. I watch it happen in real time with real people, with real women in my life, people that I'm coaching, people in coaching groups that I'm in. All the time I am watching business owners make financial decisions to bet on themselves, and you can't even believe who they become. I just celebrated 8 years sober, like last week. And everything you see that I've built, everything that you see that I've built was literally from the ground up. When I opened my yoga studio, I opened it with a $12,000 personal loan. That's it. $12,000 personal loan, a wish and a prayer. Sometimes I wish I could go back to that time when I was like, how hard could it be? That's what I thought. I literally was like, how hard could it be to own a yoga studio? I had no safety net. I had no partner. I had no fancy connection. I had no trust fund. I was like, I can just do this, If I can build 2 six-figure businesses within 3 years, starting from nothing, figuring it out as I went, and repeatedly investing myself in order to grow my skills, I can absolutely guarantee you that you can do it too with a roadmap and support. That version of me, I just knew that I needed help and I couldn't stay where I was. And I knew that if I bet on myself, because that's what owning a business is. It is continually betting on yourself over and over and over. And I promise you that if you are willing to bet on yourself and to dig in and to go all the way with you, you will fucking make it. You will build a business of your dreams and you will do things that you never even could fathom being capable of. And more importantly, you will help so many people. It will be insane. Listen to me. A year from now, you are going to wish you started today. I know, because I've been there. Every single time I look back at a moment I hesitated, I wish I would have moved sooner. Every time I look back and I think, I should have made that decision faster. I shouldn't have sat on that. I shouldn't have ruminated on that so long. I shouldn't have just gone back and forth so many times. You know what how they say, like sitting on a fence is painful. It sure is. So if you've been listening to these episodes and you've been feeling some sort of shift inside you, if you know that you are meant for more than just teaching group classes, if you know you want to make money doing a thing that you love, if you know you want a heart-centered, aligned business where you help people, I want to talk to you. The Yoga Business Mastermind is open for enrollment right now. Right now! Book a call with me. It's totally free. We talk about where you are, where you want to go, and whether it is the right fit for you. Because it is not the right fit for everybody. There is no pressure. It is just a real convo between two yoga business owners. The link is in the show notes. I cannot wait to meet you. Okay, see you on the next episode.